Welcome to PC Perspective, I'm Ryan Schrout. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new chassis called the P280, part of the Performance 1 series from Antec that combines efficient cable routing with noise dampening design keys with an impressively low price. The Antec P100 series of cases has long been considered some of the favorite of PC enthusiasts, and while the design still has a lot of style and appeal, it's hard to deny that they were getting long in the tooth. Much of the case market has moved on to better, but not necessarily bigger things, and the engineers at Antec needed to step up and deliver a new option that kept much of the appeal of the P180 case, but with new features like grommeted cable routing openings, 2.5-inch drive bay support, all while maintaining quality and sound levels of the previous designs. The new P280 is still a part of the Performance 1 series and does quite a bit to move Antec back into the modern case design market. The P280 is technically considered a mid-tower case, even though it has support for 13-inch graphics cards and has 9 available expansion slots. So you should have more than enough room for your system build. The most distinguishing external feature, and the one that makes it most like the previous P100 series of cases, is the front door that opens a full 270 degrees. A magnetic closing mechanism makes sure the door stays closed, and this time Antec has moved everything but the drive bays and fan filters out from behind the door, including USB 3.0 ports and top-mounted power and reset buttons. The front panel of the case actually comes in a bit from the width of the rest of the case, and Antec claims this helps airflow come in from around the door that might normally shut off circulation. The 2 optional 120mm fans that can be mounted here also have an easily removable and cleaned filter. On the door itself is a layer of sound dampening foam-like material to help keep the noise of those spinning fans and hard drives inside the case. You'll notice that neither side of the P280 has any openings for fan intakes, and instead, this design focuses on noise levels. Under the component side door, though, is one of my favorite features, a power supply intake fan filter that can be removed without having to tilt or move your case. The top of the case sports a pair of 120mm fans that exhaust air out and are controlled by a dual-speed fan controller. You can also choose to replace the fans with a dual 120 radiator, including a cooler like Corsair's H100. The back shows a bottom-mounted power supply housing, the 9 available expansion slots, and another 120mm exhaust fan. Taking off the side doors requires the removal of a pair of thumb screws, and while simple enough, I would have preferred to see these spring-style screws that stay on the door and can't be lost or misplaced. The door is lined with a polycarbonate material that is pretty effective at lowering noise levels and is the same feature we saw in the recently released Antec SOLO II. Despite the mid-tower branding, the P280 offers a lot of room for building a system and actually will support XL ATX motherboards. There are 6 openings for power and data cable routing, including 4 of them with rubber grommets. The one on the top left is my favorite though, as it was built specifically for those pesky 8-pin ATX power connectors. There is a toolless installation location for 2 more 120mm fans right behind the hard drive bays, and that makes installation incredibly easy, though without rubber pads or screws I worry about noise from even slight vibrations, plastic to plastic. The 3 optical drive bays are toolless, and the 6 available 3.5-inch hard drive bays are both sturdy and quiet with the included rubber pads. The trays will also hold 2.5-inch SSDs, or you can use the 2 dedicated slots that require just a single screw for retention. Even though the drives do stick out more than I would like in these spots, the door does close fully with SSDs installed. Taking off the back panel shows us the 30mm of space Antec built in to allow for easy cable routing behind the motherboard, as well as the very large opening on the motherboard tray to accommodate new CPU cooler installations. There are quite a few areas for cable ties and plenty of room behind the drive bays to route your SATA, power, and data cables. As a final touch for the noise dampening portion of the Antec P280, they included rubber feet rather than metal or plastic in another attempt to limit vibration. The best part about the Antec P280 might be its price. With an MSRP of just $139, it comes in at the same price as great cases like the Corsair Carbide 400R and under the price of the 600T. Antec was in desperate need of an update to their aging line of mainstream enthusiast cases, and the P280 fills that need very well by offering additions like new hard drive trays and grommeted cable routing while maintaining the features that make the Performance 1 series unique: noise dampening material, a fan controller, and a 270-degree door. If you find yourself in need of a new PC chassis, the Antec P280 makes a great option. I'm Ryan Schrout for PC Perspective. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out PCPer.com for more reviews and information on everything PC hardware.